Go ahead, brother.
Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized into Yahushua HaMashiach were baptized into his death?
God, we weren't baptized into this newness of life only, but we were baptized to his death. Putting this flesh to death and being a new man. And this is where the foolishness of the Christian church gets cut, man. Like you had that dude earlier, quote John 3:16. They'll do the most and quote John 3:16 all day long to make themselves feel better.
What about John 17:8?
And also the Israelites, bro. A lot of Israelites are falling out right now.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean? And so, honestly, these scriptures too are mainly for you Israelites. You know, you're gonna catch some fucking judgment with this, man.
That's why it's good to try to read daily, man. Because you cut yourself. You cut yourself sometimes.
Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death.
It's like that movie, The Kingsman. There's a part on there where when he's training that young kid to become a spy, he tells him, he says, Salak, let me catch the words right quick. He tells him, true nobility doesn't lie in being superior to your fellow man, but true nobility is being superior over your former self. And that's what it is. We're being brought into this newness of life. We're trying to achieve that nobility, and so we're trying to be superior to that former self. We're trying to be in the spirit and let that spirit battle the flesh, which at times it might feel like you're losing.
In a way, we're trying to be perfected because we're not perfect.
That's the discipline. That's why they were called disciples before apostles. It's a discipline. But that's the spirit, because I was just watching that Bruce Leroy.
Oh, Khan.
And there comes a time where the master tells the student, I'm no longer your master. And the Bruce Leroy couldn't figure it out, you know, because he's saying now you're at this level.
You're at the level
where you now got to start to go. You know what I mean? Like I taught you how to. You pretty much educated him. Now it's your turn to go to another level, which
and educate.
Teach.
God.
You know, from student now you need to become a teacher.
Yep. And that's where it goes. You don't just stop right here.
No.
You got to continue. You got to be in this thing for the long haul. You got to count your costs before you enter into this thing.
You can't set a time limit for the Most High.
Verse 4. Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Hamashiach was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in newness of life.
So now we're to walk in a newness of life. We're supposed to be going back into all the things that we were doing before we received this knowledge through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We're supposed to realize that and continue in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
And you know, that's that part too of being born again. You know, being fresh to this truth. Because if you bring in other doctrines and you start to mix other doctrines in, you polluted it. You're supposed to take this pure and without mixture. You know what I mean? You're supposed to only have this truth and you're not supposed to mix it in with Christianity tradition. You're not supposed to mix it in with Catholic tradition, man's tradition. Verse 5. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection.
Right. So if we're brought in the likeness of his death, putting our flesh to death, we'll be brought into that resurrection.
You reap what you sow.
And see how he said it though? He called it planted.
You reap what you sow.
A seed has to die for many seeds. You know, you put one seed in the ground, that one cracks open, the plant grows out, it perishes, it becomes a plant, but then it produces hundreds of seeds. That's why also you know that this is the true living God, because in nature everything produces more. Animals it's in them to make and produce more, and many more.
As many as possible.
Yeah, trees, fruit. The wind carries the seeds and even pushes more of it. You know? So how much more so if you're supposed to be a servant of the Most High, you're supposed to be producing. You're supposed to be producing fruit.
Bring forth fruit.
Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin.
So the body of sin is destroyed, and henceforth we shouldn't serve sin. We're new men. We are now, not only are we calling ourselves or just running under some Hebrew Israelites, like that's the next big thing. We take this thing serious, man. And that's why we get austere sometimes when people come up. We get austere with it because we take this thing serious.
Well, it's like today at work. Someone made a joke about the Bible, and I
didn't even get it. I thought it was
and
dumb
yeah,
as
the
hell.
brother, like, I understood he was joking, but I'm like, first off, you're saying a false name because the joke ended with Yahweh, and it was a Northern Kingdom joke, and I was starting to get heated because I'm like, you're playing with the Most High. You're playing with an all serious man. He's austere.
And he told the brother, he's like, well, my God is he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, he said, my God is
the sense of humor of the Most High. He does have a sense of humor.
It's death. The Most High. What pleases the Most High is bloodshed of his enemies. So, like you said, my God. So obviously, your power is not the same as the power of the Bible.
That's right. That's right, man. Because they follow their heart.
True. If the Lord has a sense of humor, I saw a guy on YouTube, and he said, I'm a ballerina, and this dude's body is all twisted up, like, you know, in the middle, like where they're all fucked up. They got balls coming out their back, and he was breakdancing all gross, all twisted up.
Ugh.
I was like, dang,
that's the Most High sense of
he's
humor.
ugly, and he's like.
But people in this
He's
world are
parading
like,
that ugly.
It's so beautiful. He's this figure, but
But I was like, the
down
Lord
low.
is the one that crushed him and gave him that thought
Con.
to show himself so gross and ugly.
And be proud of it.
Like to make it even worse, you know what I mean? Like the Lord already fucked you up, but then you gotta parade it. You know?
That's his humor.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Jesus jokes.
Broken bones is his humor.
Pain, suffering.
Go ahead and get that next verse out.
It says, verse 7, for he that is dead is freed from sin.
Right. Go ahead.
That also cuts out. Because if you're dead, you're free from sin. How
But-
you in the fire burning?
Don't you go to hell once you die? If you these Christians.
Verse 8. Now if we be dead with Hamashiach, we believe that we shall also live with him.
And that's what it is, man. That's what the end all be all is. We live with Yahushua at this present day in the spirit, and we believe that we will meet him to be crowned. And with that, do you brothers have anything else you want to get on? Okay, I got this one all set. Come. Go ahead.
It's out of the book, 1 Corinthians. I'm going to start on 15. I'm going to go to 57. But thanks be to Yahweh, which giveth us the victory